subscribe to my channel. That is very important. Make sure you watch all my videos in its entirety. So today we're going to talk about that twin flame. Okay. And a lot of people don't understand the power of the twin flame. Okay. There was a lady I seen yesterday. I guess she called herself to be a witch or whatever, but she really confused because I didn't know what the hell she was talking about. Okay, I didn't understand what the part she was coming to. I just don't. She talked my sister head off, and she just didn't make no sense. So when y'all done with people with their gifts was or whatever gifts they feel that they have, be mindful. She didn't know that I was a powerful empress. She didn't understand that. Okay, and she's trying to tell me that all gifts is different, and it is, okay? But when it don't make no sense, listen, it'll make no sense, okay? So I've been in this game so many years. I've been my gift since I was 5 years old. So she thought she was going to sting me, and it wasn't going to happen. And then when she didn't get the delivery that she wanted, she tripped, okay? And that's just what it is. Some of them white women is like that. They think they know everything. So if you think you know everything, you can never learn from a real healer. You never will, because you think you already arrived, okay? Yes, we do things totally different, okay? We do things totally different, different cultures, okay? And everybody have their own way how they do it. But I've been seeing a lot of weird stuff these last couple of days. And it's like spiritual attacks. And you know why we in the Mercury and different things like that. So just be mindful of this new energy that's coming out, y'all. Honey, that means do the work. I'm telling, protect yourself. Because these moderate spirits, baby, ain't playing. Do you understand me? Okay? And I had two situations in 2 days that tried me. I promise you. Okay. And I knew exactly what it was. You know what I'm saying? The first person was a pastor. What's so crazy about that? She's related to my son. I ain't seen her in years. Her husband spoke, I spoke, and that was it. I was working out. I go to the gym every day, minding my own business. So I knew something was going on because I think she was kind of the fact that her husband is a friend of mine. I don't know. Well, you ain't called nobody in my house. um, and I think she was her demons was upset because because I'm looking at the energy. See, it's the words you don't say mean a lot to me. That's why when you spiritual, go up out of here with all that, please. I knew, and first of all, I ain't gonna approach to your man anyways, okay? So I kept it real light and everything like that. So I continued doing what I was doing. So then we go into the other machine. So she was watching me the whole time. Okay, I said, here we go. I said, I'm sitting back to the center because I knew it was gonna fuck shit was coming. I felt it in my spirit, okay? So I see that walk, a black woman, we got a little walk, and I got to walk too. And I got an energy when I'm in war. Okay. Cause I know you was coming with some bullshit. So she sit down and I went to touch her. She didn't want to touch me. See, them pastors and stuff, they think they can lay hands, but we can't lay no hands because we spiritual people. I'm the one you want me to touch on. Okay. So I sat there, and the first thing that came up out her mouth, you still doing that witchcraft? Who, the old Pat. But I gave her a pass. I said, so what are you talking about? I'm just saying, you devil, the spirit, God told me, but I said, don't use God in your mess. Because every last one of us have gifts. Okay? It does not dismiss who I am, because you said that you a pastor. I done told you, black people, the Bible was not for you. It was to slave your ass. It was nothing in that Bible that was good for black folks. Okay? Now you go over there and worship that white man. I'm not about to do it. Okay? So she kept running her mouth and everything. And I think her spirit, her demons got mad. Okay, because when I'm supposed to change, I'll be 52 years old. The same shit that you do, I do. But I just don't put it in a building. I do right here in my own throne. Okay? But here's my question. You religion people, why do y'all feel you got to put somebody in their place? You're not God. Well, God, you need to pray to God. Honey, I talk to God all day, every day. Don't he got millions and millions of names? Okay? She said, well, are you still doing them cards? I said, when I need to. I don't need no cards. I said, it's called prophetic, just like y'all do in the church. Y'all do oil in the churches. Y'all smoke out the church the same way, right? You speak it to people's lives all time, all day, every day. Y'all speak it to a different tongues. We do the same thing. But because the white man said it's not good, it don't mean shit. Girl, get the hell up out of here. If you gonna come over here and sit over here with a high priest, don't write with that shit. I'm so sorry, my sister. You're not conscious. But we just ain't gonna boo that. Okay? So when she didn't get the energy that she wanted, like she's about to change me. How you gonna change me? I was born with this gift. What you mean? I'm supposed to be shamed? And then she was like, well, are you gonna make car? I said, hell no. I said, this is how I live my life and how I do my business. Oh, her whole face turned red. If you're gonna try to turn somebody around, your delivery is everything. Your delivery is everything. And one thing about spiritual people, it ain't for us to judge or stand into judgment. We don't have no power to that. Everything that we do is spiritual based. Okay? We don't have time to be walking around here trying to act like we put it together. That's not what it is. We have our own collection of gifts, and that's what we use. But it's not for me to tell you what your heaven and your hell is. That's not my goal. My goal is to encourage, not to put nobody down. And I'm so glad that of growth, because see, moving away from Ohio, they all is stuck in that same basket of the crabs. They can't see past what they see. So when you leave and move on and different things like that, that's what you deal with, because you're not open for opportunities. Your mind is closed to learn from somebody else. But that's the first person that came at me. He said, what did I walk in? What did you walk up in here to? In my life? Ask Big Mama, welcome. Welcome to the family. You walked up in here to greatness, honey. Everything I attract turns to gold. We want to learn some more? What you walk up in here? Nothing but good energy. I know a lot of y'all have a hard time with good energy, because y'all sit in that dark matter too much. We don't do that here. Okay? So what you do, come in and subscribe or don't. How about that one? Because it gets deep over here with Ask Big Mama. I don't play no games with nobody. Yeah, what you walk up in here in the house of love and light. Get your ass right energy. All right? Moving on. So I'm tricking out my candles. I have so many orders, guys. We got the manifestation candles up, 2 for $30. And they got so much in them. They just feel of intent, baby. So I'm doing these orders and everything like that. You know, I'm powerful when it comes to manifesting and all that type of stuff, baby. So you got the information right here how to get your candles. I'll make sure after the reading and stuff like that, then all the information will be put at the bottom of all my videos. Okay. So that was the first person. That's the first person, the pastor. She was the first one that came at me. Okay. Hey, baby, love and light. So then a spiritualist lady, white lady, I don't know who she is. She talked my daughter's head off. Didn't know what the hell she was talking about. Hey, baby, love and light. Why wouldn't our daughter bring her to me? My sister bring her to me, knowing that I with that dumb shit. So I just say, wait it. Don't send them to me, because if the shit don't sign right, I promise you ain't gonna win with Big Mama. I'm just keeping the shit real. Okay, so I don't know why my sister even thought about bringing it to me. So the only thing she was talking about, the twin flames. She kept talking about some man. I don't follow people, honey. Anything that I do is spiritual led. If spirit tell me to move to do something, that's how I do. I don't go about no type of way. Okay, and she trying her best to tell me, and she tells me she'd had these gifts for 20-something years, but you don't know shit. If you got to go listen to somebody else about if you got a twin flame and different things, what does that have to do with spirituality? So that means you going to gurus to learn spirituality. I was born with that. It's ancestral. And so she didn't like my delivery, and she got the hell away from me very fast, because I know what you was talking about. And she just kept talking about twin flames. We know what a twin flame is. That's somebody that you were connected before. It could have been your past, the lifetimes that you've been here. And that person followed you from a different timeline. What are we talking about? So last year, June, it was another porter last year. And that gave a lot of people that was going back to the people that they used to deal with from past. So they could have came from, like I said, your lifetimes, or somebody that you had years ago and y'all connected again. You trying to teach me. And so she kept running her mouth. I said, you're going to learn, and you're going to tell me everything. I said, because clearly you don't listen. And I said, if that's what you do, honey, I hate it for you, because you don't listen. You talk too damn much. But she did not like my delivery. If you going to come at a serious mother, I'm going to need you to get that shit right. I'm not going to sit here and have a conversation with you. We ain't about to do none of that, because you don't listen. And one thing, being spiritual, we have to what? Listen. And I listened to her over and over until I couldn't listen to no more. So I had to slow down. I said, hey, I'm working out. You said my sister passed the number. I don't know why she did that. Okay. Well, yeah. I had two situations, and I had to send it back to the center for both of them, because you can't use everybody. I'm telling you. I had a situation with a girl on YouTube that followed me for years. And she got my number to get a reading, and what she did, powerful. But somehow she connected herself to me and my daughter. She was, when I talk, a muttering spirit. That girl was so dark. So you got to be careful who you do business with over here. It's someone's, honey, that will do your life in. And she came into my life at the wrong time, because I was so weak, because I was sick, heart problems and different things like that. And it's like the universe has moved me to Atlanta so I could heal. And we didn't know, but I told my daughter, I said, it's about to be the hardest walk in our lives, not knowing that I was going to be close to death, have 4 strokes, COVID, and everything. And I think had I did that in Canton, Ohio, I wouldn't have survived. But she came in a part of my life where I was sick, okay? And you have some workers that's light. You got some workers that's will destroy your life, spirit people of the collective. You got to be mindful, because the whole time she was doing work over me and my daughter's life. And I noticed when she came into our life, it was one thing after other. She wanted my daughter. She wanted my daughter's energy. Okay. I told her, I said, this woman is older than what she said. She looked young, but she's not. I said, this woman lived lifetimes. So her and my daughter started connecting. I'm telling you, every bad thing that you could ever imagine. So that's why I tell you, you got to be mindful. It's some spirits that will do you in. Okay? Just be mindful of that. That's a warning. It took me 7 years to get this woman's hold off of my daughter's life and mine. And like I said, I couldn't move like I wanted to because I was so sick from them strokes. I couldn't do nothing. I knew something was being done. I know the work. It got so bad, she did a beauty curse on me and my daughter. Whatever she put on her altar, and I knew when she said she's up in the grave at night, I said, oh yeah. I said the worst thing she could ever do is get 4 people up in a fucking grave. It could destroy your whole goddamn life. Okay. But it took years. I done took a shit that she did off of me and my daughter. One of the things that she really tried to do is mess up my daughter, have love, all that. But honey, I done shit. When I tell you I got that shit up off of us, and we still a lot of work, because I still got to do, that little bitch was dangerous. Dangerous. Okay? She knew, because every time she turned around, did your mom die yet? What the fuck? I ain't never did nothing to her. It was that energy. She wanted my daughter's soul. Okay? So I'm telling you, is it real? Oh yeah. Can they fuck your life up? Hell yeah. Can they sit death magic over your life? Yes, they can. Can it mess up your beauty? Yes. Okay? So don't think it can't happen because it has to ask Big Mama. It acted me. She gave me 4 strokes. Yeah. And I ain't bother nobody. But they said, let me get my mama out the way. See, I'm the motherfucker one. She knew my daughter was still young, still weak, but in the spiritual realms. My daughter powerful now. But she had to learn them lessons, baby. Shit. That's why it's important to have these moon phase cycles and different things like that. That's why it's very important to do spiritual work all the time. I do a lot of firework. I'm an Aries. So I like to put shit in the fire, baby. I want it all for me. I'm put petitions out every Friday. If I feel like something is coming at me, I got to send it back to the center fast. Okay. I gotta be that mindful because it's people just hate you just because. And when I don't care if you at your job, family, or anything, and if a person come into your life with that dark energy, send it back to the sender 10 times the more. Okay? Because the last thing that you could ever want to do is a person just play in your face and they can destroy you. Okay? This is what I do. I'm a healer. So a lot of people comes to ask Big Mama for a lot of help. Okay, so if you need a private reading, work, all that, I do it all. I'm all about removing shit that does not work. Okay, but yeah, she tried to do me in, baby, and then she couldn't, and then she got mad because she knew that somebody is working back. Oh, I was working back, honey. I was sending that shit right back to that bitch. So now I had to do some work to get her ass up out of my daughter's life, honey. And I'm going to tell you, that bitch is powerful too. See, I don't get into all that dark shit. Everybody thinks spirituality got to do with the dark places. No, 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 no. No. You know, witchcraft is just candles, herbs, and different things like that. You know what I'm saying? The craft of what? I don't know why they put that name to make us sound, but I like, that's what I am. A witch is totally different. Just say we healers. They don't want to use the real name, who we are. Our ancestors slave, coming from the slaves and stuff, that's where it came from. Hoodoo, voodoo, that's a tradition and different things like that, tradition. You know what I'm saying? But once again, the white man had to fuck it up, and they used the slave with all of our herbs and stuff to heal their families and their bodies. So it was negative because they couldn't do what we do. And it's okay, you know. We wasn't born to go to school to learn tarot and all that type of shit. We don't even, for real, we don't even need that shit. I don't need that shit. I read people all the time, just be sitting here. Okay? We use it for business and stuff like that, but I don't need that shit. When I got the cards, I already knew what they all meant. Every last one of them. That was my gift. I understood how to read the cards. I didn't have to go to a school to learn it. You see? So it's a different from a real healer or a person that's learned from that shit. Sometimes people do all oracles because they don't know about how to speak the language of tarot. So they have to do oracle cards all the time. If you sit them down, really know what the fuck they talk about. If you gonna come out big mama, make sure you come with that shit right, honey. I be on your ass. That dumb shit, I just can't do. Everybody's gift is different, family. Don't let nobody tell you that your gift ain't better than the next person. No, everybody's gift is different. Everybody. Okay, so we're gonna start trick it out. Anybody got a question? It's a little different type of live today because I gotta trick out these candles. Gotta get them out. But yeah, baby, you gotta be mindful. You got to be mindful, family. And all my stuff come with a beautiful energy. They smell so good, baby. Oh, it's a smell that you will never remember. Trust me. So this is what the candles look like. This has been tricked out. Full of manifestation energy, honey. Well, what we talking about? So the candles is 2 for $30. Shipping, I think it's $5.65. Boy, shipping I got high. But all the information will be there for you, okay? Now, she need different attention for hers. So we're going to trick it out real quick. So I never throw out none of my paperwork, my firework. And I fill them up with salt. Okay, salt added to, baby. And this is the fashion of negative energies, honey. Add you the dust up in here from the paperwork, firework. Add some salt up in there, baby. If you know, then you know. Honey, full, full, full. I don't play no games. So we about to trick her shit out. Do you understand me? So I put them down in the thing. You got to know what you're doing. Do my candles work? Oh, yes, they do. But yeah, honey, just y'all be careful on your spiritual work, collective. Understand it's going to always, a person going to come with their bullshit. Be ready for them. You got to be a warrior in this realm. I promise you. I'm always armed spiritually. Cause there's some shit out here I've been seeing. Ooh, all these new energies and I'm telling you, it's a icky energy too, y'all. Very yicky. Don't come up here with that. You get up out. Don't come over here with that. I send it back to the center for where the fuck it come from. Don't come over here with that. I ain't with that dumb shit. Go play with your kids. Don't come play over here. You ain't talk about spiritual shit. We ain't talking about nothing. Moving on. All that dumbass shit. Grow the fuck up. Weird ass motherfuckers. Come over here. What you come over here for? You ain't learning shit. Bye, Felicia. I mean, why? You talking about pizza, what you like, kids? Talk about it. You bringing it up. Holy Spirit. I don't even like to hear the word pizza no more. After they touched killing all these damn kids. Excuse me, YouTube. Yeah, but I said what I said. We don't even bring that shit around me. But a lot of goddamn pizza. We don't talk about that over here. If you know, then you know. Yeah, the manifestation is here, baby. And make sure y'all push them down in there because you want all your shit. The wax, we're going to seal it through there so it won't fall. Because I want it to fall the way I want it. As you can see, the herbs and stuff all up in there. And it's deep down up in there. So I want to make sure it's down in there. Okay? Period and period. We ain't playing no games over here. Honey, the manifestation is here. Forget what you heard, honey. Come on up in here. Love, passion. That's what she want. Love, passion. Going to the next level. Removing off the negative energies. People don't understand the power of garlic. Honey, that's removing some stuff, honey. Honey, I don't play no games, honey. If I'm going to hit, I'm hitting hard. I don't play. Understand what you're doing. Some deal from that earth. Open it up, spirit. A little network. Hey, live a life. Anybody got a question for Axie Mama spiritually? Today is just a different type of reading. Well, not even a reading. We just talk about spiritual thing. I'm just getting these candles together. I got orders I got to take out and everything. And she wanted a lot of manifestation for love, passion, sex, and money. So she came to ask. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. Sometimes the devil come messing with everything. So how many times a week do y'all do your petitions? Do y'all do your petitions? Do y'all make sure everything is aligned every day to move things up off of you that doesn't work for your family? Because you know that's very important, right? You want to make sure that it's done and it's settled. You want to make sure that you're doing everything that you need to, because you don't want stuff to sit on top of you that's not working for you, okay? And have fun in your spiritual life. Don't let nobody come into your life and be a distraction. The work that we do is very important. Okay, salt is for the activate. Salt is very powerful in spiritual work. Best thing to do when you put your oils on your arms, you take you some oils and massage on your temples and stuff like that with soap. It activates. It lets the world know that I have my own herb, my own smell. Amazing. So we ain't over to this shit. Y'all, I ain't new to this, honey. Thank God for my gifts. It helped me some powerful ways, baby. Honey, because Big Mama was going through in my life. And yeah, period and period. So we're going to do money. Yeah. But you all, this is a new energy right now that we got going on about love. And you know, these last couple of years, I really don't get into love, nothing, because it was so bad. But this here lately, Spirit is really on my butt of doing people love everything. So this whole year, it will be all about love, the car part or the supply, the third party situations, baby. I guess Spirit wants us to know love is the highest vibration. So as you can see, I got to seal it. I don't want my stuff falling out. That is very important. Make sure everything is set. Because the worst thing you want your work, you don't want your stuff falling out, especially when it's going in the mail. Because you know they so not gentle with my work. So I try to put them in bubble pepper. Hey baby, love and light. Because I don't want my shit to fall out. So I put the wax to seal it around. It's gonna be nice. And that smells so good. Gotta know what you're doing. The manifestation. And when you get my candles, It's going to already have the energy. Then you're going to hold it in your hand and you're going to speak into your candle. Okay? I'm already got the energy up in there. Okay? But you're going to speak into it the things that you want to see happen. That's called manifestation. And you're going to speak into your candle. And you're going to sit them on top of the stove and you're going to let them burn. You can put your positions at the bottom, sit it on top of it, put circle around it. And when it's done, you're going to fold it up out to you, add a little bit of cinnamon up in there, and you're going to put it in the fire. When the candle go, put it in the bag, put it in the trash. It's done. Okay? That part. Let's see. That's simple. Does my manifestations hit fast? And I put a lot of intent on my stuff, honey. So when it come to you, you be like, dang, Big Mama, the energy is so beautiful. You're going to come with the stones. Don't throw them out. When they're done, just put them up. Okay? Don't be scared to enjoy your gift. And don't let nobody make you feel bad because they ain't got the energy that you have. I don't do that shit. My gift is my gift. Would it cause you anything? If you gonna be about the collective, be about the collective. You already know it's coming with something. You know. Shit, I hope you don't think that. How you don't think you're gonna be coming through some shit? Man, please. I get tried every time I turn around. But see, I understand spiritual war. And one thing about Big Mama, I'm always ready. Big Mama always ready. What we talking about? Okay, what we talking about? Ain't gonna be about to just deal with none of that. Not today. Not today. Come on in here. So we gotta really trick them out. God, I thank you for the manifestation. Seal it up. Gotta seal them up, baby. Seal them up real good. Be careful because I don't want that. And you got to make sure the candle is, because you don't want the stones to fall out. That'll piss me off. So I got to make sure that they stuck into my candles. Okay. Remember, it's got energy, family. It's got energy. See how that one just dropped? Just sit it right here. Okay. Period. Touch that up in there. They go right over here. I need to put some more stones over here too. Let's see. Yeah, y'all just working. Sometimes I gotta get up early, y'all, to hit it the way I need to. You feel me? This is the best time for me. This is the witchy time. Between 2, 3, 4 in the morning. There's the times that you do your manifestation. That's the time where you do your work. That's where everything's aligned, you know. Once you learn yourself and your gifts and the thing that comes with you, understand and always go by spirit. Spirit said you don't move. Till you sit down, sit down. Tell you to do your work, you do your work. Okay? It's not about you. Spirit gonna tell you exactly what you need to be doing. Okay? When you start making it about yourself when it comes to the spirit, you're gonna always lose. I promise you. Always. I gotta put some more right here. Gotta still it. I can't make it up. Ain't about to. Purple is for innovation, wisdom, and power, psychic energy. So, you know, every candle means something. So the yellow is possibilities and power. The green is wealth and hope. And the pink is love and friendship. So understand, every candle, every color means something spiritually. Okay? So everything that I do is intentional, okay? I need you guys to understand that. If you're going to live the life, be about it. Don't be scared about your gifts. So how the hell you going to be scared of something God gave you? This is why a lot of people get confused. The pastors don't talk to me because I'm going to tell you what it is. I like how they put names on us. I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all. Who I am is who I am. You can't make me be something that I'm not. And once you live a spiritual life, things is totally different, honey. You know, I was in the churches my whole life and didn't learn shit. I didn't learn about the Bible really until I got to the Kima Hall. And they was so racial and weird. They wanted all the white people to win, but they want the black people. And I couldn't understand that, honey. And guess who got the hell away from their ass? When they told me I couldn't live my life and do my singing, I went for that shit for a long time because I didn't know, you know. But I learned. Only thing I seen about that was beautiful is that I learned that Bible. The shit that I was slaved. I was like, is it just me that everything in the Bible is to talk about slaving a bitch? I couldn't understand it. But the book of Psalms is nothing but spells. They got a whole book called the Psalms. And I done hit some powerful shit. Okay. I ain't gonna tell you no lie, baby. So this is the one I just trinked. Ain't that pretty? Full of manifestation. Got codes. It might be a number, a code. And your number. Look it up. Okay. But I think that's actually beautiful. She tricked out, baby, full of energy. It ain't falling out, okay? So these always going to be 2 for 30 and shipping. And I'm going to put some pictures on my thing so people can see them, how tricked out they is. They full of every manifestation that you need, baby. What are you talking about? Yes, honey. Got to know what you know. Okay, you got to know what you're doing. And they smell so good. Oh, I make my own products and stuff like that. So I make my own oils and everything. And this is a beautiful blend. It's got patchouli in it. Oh, prosciutto is really good. What y'all doing up on this rise? Y'all know what Big Mama doing. Working. Guys, remember the soap will be up in the next couple of weeks, guys. So make sure y'all want good skin like mine. Y'all won't believe how old Big Mama is, y'all. And I make everything natural. It's called a completion bar for eczema, psoriasis, blackheads, tags, and more. I've been in business since 2009. I actually had 3 stores until COVID, and I got hit with COVID, and I almost didn't make it up out of there. And 6 months later, I had a master stroke. Then I turned around stroking out ever since. So I was so sick, who could run the business? So I had to, my daughter had to shut down all 3 of my business for me to come back to get myself together. What is real? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What's not real? What's not real? I'm confused. What's not real? So after that, I was sick as a dog. But we made it through. It took me 6 years to heal. Stroke after stroke, But one thing about Big Mama, I'm a warrior, honey. I wasn't going to leave my children in the wilderness by themselves. It wasn't time for me to go. Devil, you had to sit back, honey. You had no dominion over my life. And I fought to be here. That's why I don't play with people. Go play with your kids. Don't play with me. Honey, I couldn't talk for close to 5 years. You think I'm going to waste my gifts on bullshit? Not over here. I don't know what you thought, but it wasn't this. You said it was fake? No, that COVID was real. I got hit with that shit right when it came down working. And baby, that shit almost took me out. I was in the hospital like 25 days. That shit wasn't nothing to play with. Because it would remind me of Provo with dogs. And what do it do to the dogs? You pushing out blood everywhere, your mouth, everything in your nose, coming up your eyes, your rectal, all that. Just like dogs when they get it. And if you want to think about it too, think about a bite from a snake. The whole chest is covered. Well, they did my thing. They couldn't see nothing. It was nothing but mucus. Yep. And I remember when we had that dog and they had it, and Spirit told me to get some oatmeal water. So if they ever try to bring that shit again, get you some regular oatmeal, put it in a big old pot, put it in the water, and let it cook and sip with a water polo. And you got to keep drinking and drinking it. Man, that's all it is. That's all it is, Provo. That's all it is. And I'm going to tell you another herb, molybdenum. It's Muilliten. Powerful for COVID or anything like that. See, if I ain't got nothing else, honey, I got herbs. What do you mean? If I ain't got nothing else, Big Mama got what? Them herbs. What? What do you mean? But I made it through. I made it through. I'm thankful. I didn't think I was going to make it. But you know, I guess when I done been in and out, tinkering on the other side so many times in my life. So I'm not scared of death. I remember when I had that first stroke. And I literally left here. And I remember seeing everything. Wherever it had me, it was loud, it smelled good, it smelled like cookies. But I got to see Mommy and Daddy. And I remember having a conversation. They let me see my daughter while I was laying wherever it had me. But I seen my daughter walking, crying by herself. Because when I started having them strokes, it was in Atlanta. Oh, my family in Ohio. And it was just me and her against the world. So just imagine what she went through. To see her mom, they didn't think I was going to make it because I had a blood clot sitting right here. So she had to make the decision of how Mama was going to live or not. And she decided to do with the one you suck out the blood clot in the head. She went through the groin. She remember in 2008, I had my first heart attack. Working all the time, y'all. You know, taking care of my sons, trying to keep them out of gangs and all that shit. Mama never got no sleep. Then on top of that, 3 jobs, trying to be a good wife and a great mom. I just, life would, just hit me, And she remembered the first stroke of the heart attack. They did what they had to go to the heart and do what they needed to do. So when they told her, she said they gave her 3 options. She got that one. She said, Spirit told her, go through the groan, because if not, I wasn't going to make it. But they told her, when I come out, I might not be the same person. I might have memory damage for the rest of my life, or I might not ever speak again. Well, when I came up out of surgery, I wasn't talking. When I was like, I'm talking with you guys right now, when I get up out of there, it was blah, 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 blah. I did that close to 5 years. And it was like, it really altered me. It was like a child that was running around the house like a baby. I really thought Marla was my mommy. So she had to be mommy. Can you imagine? So you're 23, your life right in front of you. You got to take care of a sick ass mom. But the beautiful thing about it, she raised me like I raised her. And she said when she seen me running around the house like a baby, she knew she had to protect her mama. That child used everything in her. And look at me now. When you love on your children, your kids in turn will love you back. Because she could have put me in a place. She said, no, no. I want my mama back the way you gave her. And honey, she went through that manifestation praying and everything. And look at me now. When my doctors see me, they can't believe I fought over 30 things in my body since 2001. Last thing I fought was cancer in my cervix the end of last year. So I'm just waiting for my text to come back to make sure they got everything. But I feel much better, But I'm just in a better place. I had my sleeve. I did that October the 19th, and I'm doing good. I'm in that gym every day. I was at 400 something down. I'm down to 300. So, and then I'm in that gym every day, okay? Because I want to be here. And, sometimes I think you got to go through some lessons in your life to get to the blessings. Sometimes, and when you all start seeing stuff like that, I don't want you to think live a spiritual life is easy, baby. Sometimes I'll be like, oh, can I get a break? Ain't no break when it's spirituality. Well, you got to help people, speak in people's lives, protect people. You ain't about to sleep. You ain't going to sleep. So if you think you're going to live a spiritual life, I want you to just sit down right now. And if you're not ready, and if you ain't got no moxie, if you ain't got no fire up in you, this ain't for you. See, real spiritual people going through some shit. The ones that live that life. I ain't talking about the ones that get on here on YouTube and do they fake shit. I'm talking about the ones that's in the fucking fire with you. Okay? And I know what my call in my life, some of these readings, I remember I had the lady had to take the snakes out of her damn mouth. Lady, whoever, the daddy, the wife did some shit. The girl, the stepmama held her, did something on her, whatever. And the lady came to me from YouTube. And thank God I was online because I don't think I would survive what I saw. So I told her, let me see. And I pulled the energy and I told her, I said, it's something in your daughter's throat. I said, they done bound her mouth. So I'm going to have to set it up for a week. I said, I have to do everything I need to do. I said, because I do not know. And this is the first time I ever had a situation like that. So me, the lady who I was living with, I needed some help. And, it said, if it's 3 more people or more, we're going to get it done. And I made her get a bucket, water. Why? I didn't know why Spirit told me to just have all these things for her. So I started pulling. I started doing what I need to do and everything. And as we were pulling, Spirit told me to hold her head back. Baby, the first snake came out. The next snake came out. The next one came out. And all in total, it was 6 of them that came out. Thank God her mama wasn't scared to touch them damn snakes. And we couldn't break what I was doing. But girl, I'm scared of worms. I'm scared of all that. But and then after we got it out, her mom did everything I told her to do and everything. I was fighting, whatever that thing, I was fighting it. And then it took us like 3 hours to get this shit done. Oh my, she had to pay because, honey, my work is powerful. By the time we got done, then Spirit, her mama washed her up and everything. She took that box, that goddamn bucket. I don't know what she did with it, but she had to cover it. And she had to discard it wherever she needed to take it, okay? I wouldn't put them on fire, okay? So I told her, I want you to scream. That baby screamed so hard, Mommy, it had to release her. Now she's doing good. It's been 5 years since my work. She probably should have got married now. She went through college and everything. I don't know if she have any kids or anything, but yeah. So my gift is powerful. She'll never forget. She'll never forget what I did for her. See, you have to be ready to be in the fire. Okay, you got to get into the fire. Don't you it's no, listen, when the devil come at you, honey, you got to put it up under your feet. See, I'm a warrior. See, I'm going to protect my children, my family, my man, my money, my energy. Okay? When you live a spiritual life, you ain't got time to play with nobody. I don't play with nobody over here. I'll get your ass up out of here. Because I don't know who's attached to my work. So if I got one fucking apple that's spoiled to come up in here, it's going to take from what I need to be doing. So if you're going to live that spiritual life and you'll think you a high priest and all that shit, it's got a lot of shit to come with it. I can't tell you many times I almost died from doing this gift, trying to help people and shit like that. Shit. But now I'm older. I understand. I fought for my gift since I was 5 years old. It scared me to death. But now that I'm about to be 52, I understand my gift. So I'm not scared of what I see and what I don't see. Only thing I try to do is align myself. I get up and I do my work. And don't let nobody tell you about your gift. You have that conversation with the source. It ain't about what they think. It's about what spirits say. When you do it like that, I promise you win every time. Okay? So just know, living this life, it comes with a lot. Be thankful for your gift because some people don't have it. And then when you don't use your gift, you will lose them. You're going to pass it off to the next person. And understand about the spiritual law of what you ain't supposed to do. So if you out here putting curses and shit on people and shit like that, it's coming back to you. Trying to bind people, that shit never goes right. No, you want that person to come into your life free will. If he gonna love you, he gonna love you. He gonna fuck with you, he gonna fuck with you. He don't like you, he don't like you. But don't be trying to use your elements to do danger on somebody else because it will come back to you. Only thing you put in the universe to send my man come to me free will. I want him to have his free mind to love me the right way. You feel me? Because I've seen situations where bitches do that and drive them men mad and then they kill them. Take them out. So you got to be mindful of what you're looking for. You better be careful what you try to put her on that altar. Sitting up in that water. Tearing them men up. Y'all men, y'all better be careful crossing these little bitches. They dangerous. I promise you, they dangerous. I can't tell you how many men, white and black, have come to me for work. Because when them bitches get done with them, shit. I had one bitch put a jar on this man with spoiled chickens in a jar. Oh, yeah. Is the shit real? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Do I know how to do all that? Yeah, but I don't want none of that. Everything I do is love and light. I like shit simple. But my scary ass, I don't want to see shit that I don't want to see. I don't want Jesus coming after me. Okay? No. Honey, I fight them devils. I don't want none of them around me. You have to flee. You ain't got no dominion over here. I don't want you. Okay? It's people live their lives to be dark. I don't like that. And I don't want nobody around me to do that. Okay? Because when they get into that dark shit, they about to do something to you. Okay? I told you what my story was, because bitches just hated my gifts. Okay? So don't say it can't happen to you. Just say when, because it can. All right? So, guys, I hope y'all enjoy that little special today. I just had to trick out the candles. Guys, I'm going to make sure, put all the information, how y'all can get your candles. It'll be 2 for $30. They'll come in a thing like this. You know, you use them for when you want to do your work and different things like that. Put your sign on here and everything like that. What you want me to do for you and stuff like that on your Cash App and everything, and we'll send them out there to you, okay? But yeah, with that being said, guys, we love you. Make sure y'all subscribe to my channel. Remember, watch all my videos in the entirety. And follow me on Facebook. Ask Big Mama and ANN Baby Baity. Yes, I do a lot of my readings on Facebook. So you can see me, I can see you. All right. TikTok, I don't really fuck with TikTok. They is so prejudiced. I don't. So you're going to see a lot of my work going to be right here on YouTube. With the soap line, the products, we'll be shopping live right here on YouTube. So y'all be able to get your products. I do everything for the body, the hair, the skin, my spiritual things, and we just gonna have fun, okay? Guys, I try to do my signs all the time when I can. Hey, baby, love and light. And just watch them. What is meant for you to read, watch my videos, do. Okay, it's no time. Okay, it's timeless. All right. Well, that being said, it's your girl, Ask Big Mama. Ashe, I love you so much. Be good to yourself. And don't let nobody make you feel bad because you got gift and they do not. Ashe.